Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, bed crimers. As always, I wish you the best. To anyone new here, a warm welcome. Thank you for checking out my channel. Let me just ask that after listening to or watching this video, if you learned something or enjoyed it, please do me a favor and smash that like button. Now, let's dig in. It's official. The Latah County Prosecutor's Office today informed the court that they will seek the death penalty against defendant Bryan Kohberger because the crime at 1122 King Road was, quote, especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel, manifesting exceptional depravity. Prosecutors stated the death penalty was appropriate because there were multiple victims. The defendant exhibited utter disregard for human life. The defendant acted with reckless indifference to human life, and the defendant represents a threat to society. Prosecutors added that they had not been provided with any mitigating circumstances that could be used to argue why Kohberger shouldn't be put to death. News Nation reported prosecutors met with the victims' families, we knew this, to discuss the matter with Xana Kernodle's mother, Kara Northington, who favors prison for life if Kohberger is convicted. Northington's ex-husband, Jeff, the father of Xana, on the other hand, is reportedly in favor of the death penalty. The Gonsalveses and the Mogans are also in favor of the death penalty, and the Chapins have not made their position public. This means that if Bryan Kohberger is convicted of the crime after his trial, then he will face the death penalty. And we know that Idaho, if they cannot get their hands on the chemicals for a lethal injection, will use a firing squad. This decision is a win for the Gonsalveses, the Mogans, and Jeffrey Kernodle. It is unclear what the Chapins think. On the other hand, it's a very sad day for the Kohbergers, and for Bryan's parents in particular and his two sisters. We know that Mrs. Kohberger has written editorial pieces that are anti-death penalty. It is so ironic that she wrote those years before her son was arrested for a crime that could get him the death penalty. So again, if Bryan Kohberger is convicted and found guilty of the crime, he will face the death penalty. Of course, his attorneys will file many appeals, and it will take many years before he would actually face either a lethal injection or a firing squad. That's all for now. I'll see you tomorrow. Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories.